It's been 65 solid good years of the birth of a sovereign nation, in which the Nigerian Army is proud to be part of its historic journey. And their celebration mode, we welcome you to episode 42nd of Soja Weekly Updates, a platform where you are sure of authenticity of every information you get here. I am Francis Kabile, joining other patriotic citizens to say, Nigeria, we hail thee. Welcome back from that break. As you watch us through our various platforms on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and X, we guarantee you reliable news and policy directions of the Nigerian Army. The program today takes up from operational breakthroughs of officers and soldiers across the country as troops of Joint Task Force Operation Enduring Peace arrest militias, recover arms and ammunition in Plateau states. As part of concerted efforts to frustrate the actions of armed criminals operating in the Joint Operations Area, troops of 3 Division Joint Task Force Operation Enduring Peace have recently conducted an offensive operations following credible intelligence on the activities of armed militias who burned huts at Damrob village in Kwampan local government area of Plateau State. During the technology-enabled operation, troops arrested 15 armed militias involved in the act of arson and recovered 15 fabricated rifles, 105 cartridges and other sundry items. The arrested suspect and recovered items are in custody while efforts are ongoing to arrest other fleeing militias. Troops of 3 Division Joint Task Force Operation Enduring Peace are redoubling their efforts and improving operational awareness to secure the joint operations area and halt the activities of criminal individuals whose identities must be exposed for further action. In another operational breakthrough, troops foil bandit plans, recover weapons in Katsina, strengthen trust among locals. Troops of Operation Wildstruck have continued to intensify aggressive operations against criminal elements in Benue State, recording yet another breakthrough in Katsina local government area. The operations conducted recently led to the successful foil of the armed bandit plans to attack nearby villages. It also resulted in the recovery of dangerous weapons, further boosting the confidence of residents in security agencies. Troops deployed at Abaji received credible intelligence on the movement of a group of bandits at Agurugu village. Acting swiftly, the troops mobilized to the area made contact with the armed criminals at Shikan village. Unable to withstand the superior firepower of the gallant soldiers, the bandits fled in disarray. Subsequent search of the scene led to the recovery of 1 automatic pistol, 3 9mm rounds, 33 7.62mm special ammunition, 15 5.56 by 4 5mm rounds, 2 AK-47 magazines. Similarly, troops deployed at Bise embarked on a fighting patrol towards Iguido village in response to reports of banditry in the community. On sighting the advancing soldiers, the bandits again abandoned their positions and fled. The troops conducted a thorough search of the entire village, recovering 1 single barrel gun, 3 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, 2 AK-47 magazines, 1 G3 magazine, 1 hand grenade, 1 tear gas canister, assorted medical kits, and an ITEL phone. The Force Commander Joint Task Force Operation Wildstruck, Major General Moses Gara, praised the troops for their bravery, swift response, and professionalism. He noted that the gallantry display in dislodging the bandits is a clear indication that the strategies being employed by the Nigerian Army and sister security agencies are producing tangible results, emphasizing that the Nigerian Army remains committed to restoring lasting peace in Benue and neighboring states. From Delta State, troops of 63 Brigade neutralizes suspected cultists in gun battle. In a significant development, troops of 63 Brigade Nigerian Army Sector 1 Joint Task Force South-South Operation Delta Safe have recently arrested a notorious suspected cultist identified as Stephen Fragenek Pesu and neutralized another at Pesu community of Warri South local government area of Delta State. The arrested notorious criminal has confessed to be a member of a dreaded gang, terrorizing the area and its environs, and have provided credible information on their activities. The gang was implicated severally in kidnapping for ransom, with evidence of payments made to secure the release of their victims. Further investigation revealed that the group is armed with lethal weapons used during recent clashes. Also, troops conducted a follow-up operation which resulted in a firefight, during which Mr. Dele was neutralized and a pump-action gun recovered from the scene. The operation is ongoing, with troops combing the general area to arrest other members of the gang. Additionally, efforts are intensified to recover the weapons in their possession. While commending the troops for their resilience, the Commander 63 Brigade Sector 1 Joint Task Force South-South Operation Delta Safe, Brigadier General Morunfolo Shonubari, has charged them to clamp down on all criminal elements in the area. He also reassured the good people of Delta State and environs that the brigade under his watch would continue to effectively prioritize the safety of lives and property. In Northeast, troops sustain maximum pressure, cuts terror supply chains, arrest key suspects. Troops of Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai have continued to maintain the momentum in the fight against insurgency, recording significant successes under Operation Desert Sanity 4 in Borno and Adamawa states. Key achievements during the operations include interception of 21 jerrycans of smuggled fuel seized in Mobi axis, large quantities of urea fertilizer intercepted in Mobi General Market. One terrorist was neutralized in an ambush near Alau Dam, Borno, while a 54-year-old logistics supplier and a 31-year-old Boko Haram fighter were arrested. Meanwhile, troops of 232 Battalion and Sector 4 Special Forces seized 7 jerrycans of smuggled premium motor spirit at Vintim, Mobi South local government area. Troops also intercepted 9 jerrycans of premium motor spirit along Filimbo Gela Road in Mobi South. Additionally, another 5 jerrycans of PMS were seized at Samia, Mobi North of Adamawa State. Similarly, the troops also uncovered quantities of urea fertilizer in Mobi Central Market, while the suspected suppliers fled, abandoning the product. These consistent interceptions have dealt a blow to terrorist logistics and improvised explosive devices, making capacity. Furthermore, troops of 73 Battalion working with Civilian Joint Task Force and Hybrid Forces mounted an ambush at Kolori Karumi, west of Alau Dam in Borno State, at about 10:15 p.m., where contact was made and troops neutralized one suspected Boko Haram scout, while troops of 112 Task Force Battalion at Forward Operating Base in Guam arrested a suspect identified as Thomas James, 54 years old, with 23 bottles of premium motor spirit concealed in a bag. He was attempting to board a vehicle to Kamburu Ngala from Maiduguri when intercepted. Preliminary findings link him to terrorist foil supply lines. Similarly, following credible intelligence, troops of 232 Battalion with hunters arrested Amadou Buba, 31 years old, in Garikida, Gombe local government area. The suspect from Sabon-Geri Kimba in Damboa confessed to joining Boko Haram in April 2025 and admitted to involvement in attacks at Mandara Gerau, Sabon-Geri Kimba, and destruction of Manduhama Bridge. The military high command has lauded troops for the impressive battle performance, while urging them to sustain their aggressive posture and operational tempo. Finally, fake police officers arrested as troops of 6th Brigade crush bandits' attack, neutralize 2 terrorists, and seize weapons in Taraba. In continuation of the ongoing operations across Taraba State, codenamed Operation Lafia Nakoa, aimed at flushing out bandits and other criminal elements, the troops of 6th Brigade Nigerian Army Sector 3 Operation Wildstroke, in conjunction with operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, have recently recorded another breakthrough. acting on credible intelligence, troops alongside the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency personnel intercepted and apprehended 2 fake policemen at Takum Junction in Wukari local government area. The suspects, who were dressed in mobile police uniforms, were found with 2 Toyota Hilux vehicles loaded with substances suspected to be cannabis. Preliminary investigation revealed that none of the occupants are 7 policemen. The cannabis-laden vehicles were traced to have been loaded from Akure, Ondo State, and were heading towards Adamawa State before interception. One of the arrested suspects has been identified as Monday George, a 71-year-old dismissed police assistant superintendent of police, and the other as Ezeugo Destiny Uche, 41 years old. The occupant of the second Hilux abandoned the vehicle and fled the scene on sighting the troops. A total of 1,134 blocks of cannabis were recovered from the 2 vehicles. Both the suspect and the recovered exhibit have been handed over to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency office in Wukari for further investigation and prosecution. Similarly, the troops acting on credible intelligence advanced to Ikiagba village, where bandits were reported to be converging. On arrival at the general area, the troops made contact with the terrorists along the power line axis and immediately engaged them with superior firepower. The Commander 6th Brigade Nigerian Army Brigadier General Kingsley Uwa commended the troops and the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency operatives for their synergy and resilience, while reaffirming the brigade's commitment to ensuring that Taraba State remains unsafe for criminals and drug traffickers. He further urged members of the public to continue to provide timely and credible information to security agencies to enhance ongoing operations across the states. As we bask in the euphoria of our nation's 65th independence anniversary, Soja Weekly Update is urging you to always work for peace and shun acts of criminality, because our collective progress lies in our collective resolve to build a nation where no one is oppressed. Always utilize our various social media handles. On this note, we say until we come your way in our next episode, I salute your courage and resilience. I am Francisco Bile. God bless Nigeria.